Hello everyone. The franchise celebrates 29th anniversary. Allow me to once again and say, now for something completely different. How this movie is finally seeing released in French of Japan, appears to be pushed back due to the novel coronavirus COVID-19 outbreak. It's open with a live action Sonic the Hedgehog. On top of the Paramount logo, having rings of the usual stars, I always like the studio has played with their Vanity plays lately. The Sega logo at the beginning shows a much larger world that games play a lot more role. I'll discuss more later, but that's a neat touch. To a brief scene with Deus Red showing Sonic, who's provided sports up to his Potion of Aviation, his clash with Dr. Eva Robotnik Eggman, played by Jim Carrey. We open on a scene with my younger Sonic on his homeworld. Every young age, his speed and wit are impeccable, much concern of his guardian such mentor, are now named Longclaw, voiced by Donna J. Fawkes. Sonic describes her, if everyone can know, had a big and 8 mice. Though what's going to happen with Disney Plus spin-off, we'll see. The two are then ambushed by a tribe of Echidnae, forcing Longclaw to send Sonic into hiding when he's still a child. Using one of many golden rings, Sonic is able to escape to Earth, but Longclaw ends up captured by the Echidnae. While her fate is not entirely clear, no true motives of the Echidnae, Sonic is left to fend for himself. We cut to the present day, roughly 10 years in Green Hills, Montana. I see what they did there. Small town resided over by a police officer named Tom Wachowski, played by James Marsden in the X-Men series. He also wants to transfer to San Francisco inside his veterinarian wife Maddie, played by Tika Sumpter. I had to wonder, how much does Zilla pay to get in this movie over other real estate brokers? After rescuing a total Queens Don't Stop Me Now, how Sonic is spotted by his time hiding out, dubbing Tom Donut Lord, mentioning the time he spent outside looking in while they're watching Speed. More on that later, but I don't think this movie is much better than I was worried about it being as a setup of another reverse isekai story. While Sonic is able to hide out, not being close to his canonical age in most other continuities of 15, the townsfolk as Crazy Carl, played by Frank C. Turner, are growing suspicious of the Blue Devil. But I like the nod the movie gives this Sonic Hedgehog meme with his sketch. On that note, I also love some of the Easter eggs in his hideout, including reference to Hilltop and Scarlet Sunny's at a paintball table, and Sigil on his headband when he's practicing with Nunchaku. Most of all, the map of safe worlds that Longclaw left him is actually based on the original design doc in the first game. He's not happy about potentially having to go to Mushroom Hill Zone should things go south. That's the first stage from Sonic and Knuckles. His quip that he hates mushrooms is still a dig at his longtime rival Mario. Also, between that and the echidna that ambushed him, it's often a good sequence happening at the beginning of the movie. Sonic also witnesses a baseball game, deciding to practice himself that night, able to play everyone on the field at the same time. Running around the field, he goes so fast he ends up not only causing a power outage in town, but across the Pacific Northwest, even knocking out a satellite. This ends up attracting the attention of the Pentagon, causing militaries to enlist Robotnik and Assistant Agent Stone, played by Lee Maju, to investigate. I must say, hey, that Carrie steals the show here, channeling the cinematic energy that made him famous, and adding to another great entry to as a comedic villain such as the Riddler, the Grinch, and Olaf, to name a few. He sends out a bunch of egg-shaped drones to score about the area. Tracking Sonic's footprints, Sonic realizes he's in trouble and has to leave. He grabs a map and the bag of reins. I was wondering how they work those in. On top of reminding me of the Portal games actually used to transport more than one continuity. The game's special stage, for example. Tom gets a call from Maddie, who's already met up with in-laws Rachel, played by Tasha Rothwell, and JoJo, played by Melanie Neiman. And he then notices some noise in the tool shed, goes to get a tranquilizer gun. He's going to use on the raccoons, but she drives chagrin. Now, much to the elephant in the room, the infamous visual effects redesign. Even as someone who didn't hate the design of some others, I agree it was laughable for all the wrong reasons. Recall memories of both the live-action Super Mario Bros. Movie and the 2000 Scooby-Doo movies. I also point out how gimmick design is possible current CGI tech. Say both Disney Wreck-It Ralph movies and WB's Ready Player One examples. Suffice to say, it was a good call on damage control and have more to say later. Again, not the last time they had to redesign CGI. Tom tranks Sonic, who dropped his bag of reins on the Transamerica building spire in San Francisco, before a reluctant alliance to escape. First, Robotnik accosts Tom about Sonic, Robotnik sends more drones to scope out the house. Again, I love how Carrie portrays the increasing obsession with Sonic as the movie goes on. As Sonic super spins down the stairs, Robotnik finds one of Sonic's quills as Sonic comes out. Top actually decks Robotnik as Sonic jumps on the drone, saving it with a skill as he and Tom escape in Tom's truck. Agent Stone meets up with Robotnik, who declares intent to capture Sonic, also ordering new frames to hit or damage in the attack. Tom is skeptical of Sonic, who tries to get San Francisco on his own, and promptly lands in the Pacific Ocean. Very subtle way of working against the cycle of water. Apparently, hedgehogs can actually swim, but Yuji Naka thought otherwise. Though there weren't search engines in 1991, there were these things called encyclopedias, listing that fact. Tom grudgingly agrees to help Sonic, who finally shakes himself dry, giving us a blessed image of floofy Sonic. I really enjoy how Tom is essentially the straight man to contrast with wild Sonic. Given how crazy the series and the world have been in my lifetime alone, making this into a sci-fi road trip buddy comedy actually makes a weird kind of sense. That night, Tom and Sonic stop at a Roadhouse diner known as a piston pit, and claiming this guy Sonic is a 43-year-old. Hey, it's like a day or 29. Barflies accost Tom and Sonic, who nearly escape a bar brawl via bullet time demonstrated with speed. Insert Matrix or Quicksilver reference here. Tom and Sonic then stop at a motel for the night. I really like the tongue and shake style of the humor in this film. Jeff Fowler, the director who previously worked with Tim Miller on the first Deadpool film. This movie kind of plays like a family-friendly version of that. Yeah. The next morning, Robotnik is able to trace Tom's truck just across the Siskiyou County line, the border of California. As Tom and Sonic converse, Robotnik sends more drones after them, including one that's as big as a tank. Sonic then slingshots off the truck and knocks out the drone with his spin dash. I honestly don't have a problem with the dance he does, though I hear the crab in my head every time I see it. Robotnik then sends a series of mini drones after Tom and Sonic, including some on wheels and in the air that resemble the motorbugs and bullet sponges redesigned by Apple Incorporated. A sticky bomb is nearly removed from Sonic, but he's still hurt when he's caught in the explosion. He's still alive, but Tom needs to get him to safety before it's too late. Robotnik then takes a lick of Sonic's quill as Tom and Sonic make it to San Francisco. Maddie and Jojo are glad to see Tom despite Rachel's objections. As Maddie starts tending Sonic's wounds, Robotnik starts examining the quill to music. Next to his mobile lab while Star in a nightclub. His done then comes in their coffee, leading to another great comedic exchange and the proper induction of the film's version of the A-Mobile. While Sonic is thankfully not injured internally, he just has external damage. As well as shots his feet when Maddie removes his banged up shoes. This movie's rated PG, fellas. Get your mind out of the gutter. Jojo remakes Sonic his iconic friction-proof red sneakers. It's actually a neat callback to that weird promo comic when the series is still new. I also love how this movie strikes an expanse between the laid-back version of the JP canon and the added to the Western canon. Yeah. They all make their way to Transamerica building, sneaking Sonic inside Tom's silver bag. I already made the 7 connection Pokemon Detective Pikachu, so let's move on. Also, the bag has dirty undies. The whites. That's right, dude, the rain cannot look empty. Sonic finds the bag of rain, sends Tom and Maddie home so they'll be safe as Dr. Robotnik approaches him, catches up to speed. The film spent another $5 million on visual effects redesigns, $30 million on reshoots, up the budget from $85 million to $120 million. That was definitely right call to make a damage control. Robotnik is also wearing a flight suit that resembles his familiar red outfit from the games, completely with polarized welding goggles. Sonic is needed to land again, but since he has recovered his reins, he's alright. Definitely makes more sense than turning the Mushroom Kingdom into Dino Hatton. Fingers crossed by the animated reboot. The final chase in the film leads Sonic through Paris, China, and finally Egypt, before realizing he has to fight Robotnik. Moving up a tornado of sand, he leads Robotnik back to Green Hills for a final showdown. Even Crazy Carl is sticking up for the Blue Devil. Moved by Tom and the others, Sonic starts glowing blue light. Robotnik turns his weapons on Sonic, but Sonic bounces on and off the Ape-mobile, disabling it. Rather than escape the Mushroom Hill Zone, he uses his reins and one final attack to send Robotnik there instead. Though, The actual game's tunes only briefly heard on ragtime piano. Overall, I think Tom Junkier Hokenborg did a good job of capturing sounds of electronic music, dream rock, and orchestral music associated with the series. Tom Mann then granted amnesty, and Fidelis all got in store credit for their actions on condition they never acknowledge what happened with Sonic or Robotnik. So, just like the 2006 game then. Okay. So, we closed formally on Sonic finding a new refuge in Tom and Maddie's attic, and Tom and Maddie choose to remain in Green Hills. Our first stinger is Robotnik in the Mushroom Hill Zone, still having one more quill. Apparently he wants to wear fats in the sequel, maybe they have an Olive Garden there. After that, we have a 16-bit credit sequence set to speed up Wiz Khalifa. I would totally play this game. When was doing in Street Fighter had that happen to make a movie about a game, which is already about a game. Hey. Our second series features Miles Tails Prower, voiced by Colleen Villard, who has found Sonic. Of course, the sequel will be perfect to introduce him. He flies off in the forest. I can honestly say the second time I pulled it off. So, that's the live-action Sonic the Hedgehog. Much of the game series adapts. Perhaps Sonic's adaptation very widely in quality, but I enjoyed that in some way, and this movie is no exception. Much like Detective Pikachu last year, this film was a vast improvement of many past live-action films of video games, Japanese IPs. Today, the film has made over $145 million domestically and over $306 million worldwide on its $120 million budget, which is good as well planned sequel out of potential Sega movies. Love a horror theme has the Dead reboot with Jason Statham as Agent G, for example. Today, before movies about American superhero comic books went through the pattern before they got consistently good, critical, and box office returns. Took a second approach to make sense of the new medium rather than against it. What happens next, I hope the videos keep improving. I'm still here, I still have plenty to talk about. For now, gotta speed, kid.